So we're here in what we call the eye lab. And we call it that because we're really trying to 3D bioprint the front part of the eye. And so what we're really interested in is surgical training materials and equipment for surgeons here. And so one of the problems that you have if you're a surgical resident, and our team leader was a surgical resident in ophthalmology, is that you don't really have good materials to practice on. So that's one of the problems. And in the military, of course, we're trying to train many surgeons, particularly ophthalmologic surgeons, which is our interest. And again, they need something that they can actually surgically practice on that is more like the eye. Silicone rubber isn't going to do it. And we want something that's going to actually be just like the eye. It's going to have the mechanical properties, but we also want it to be smart. We want something that's going to give us feedback on how well the surgical procedure went. So what's our solution? Our solution is to bioprint the cornea and the sclera using electrospinning of collagen. And the goal is that we'll have this material, we can fine-tune it to give it exactly the same mechanical properties as the eye, and then we will also implant microsensors into that tissue, which will allow us to see whether the surgeon pulled too hard on the tissue when they did the surgery, for example. So over here, we're dealing with the electrospinning portion of the project. And essentially, electrospinning is when you apply a voltage to a needle that has a solution going through it. That polymer solution we pulled out, and you'll make a microfiber. Now, it's a little difficult to see, but right here you can see the tip of this needle, and there's a microfiber of, in this case, polyethylene oxide, but in the future we'd use collagen, and that fiber comes out. And so this is typically done many places around the world. Now, what we're doing a little differently here is we're interested in actually patterning that fiber, that microfiber. So this is 3D bioprinting really on a micro scale, almost nanoscale when we get to our final result. And so essentially, here we have not just the needle, not just the fiber being formed, but we can move the stage back and forth and allow us to write whatever pattern we want to construct the cornea. Now, why is this even important? Well, if you're going to make the cornea, you may remember from your biology class that the cornea is a very highly ordered structure. It has rows and rows of collagen fibrils stacked layer by layer, and that stacking and that orientation is critical to give you the transparent nature of the cornea as well as its toughness. And so that's essentially what we're doing here. We're doing 3D direct write bioprinting of collagen.